The Quiet Rooms detective Aaron Vale had worked homicides for 12 years in Cleveland, long enough to know that silence was worse than blood. Blood meant something happened. Silence meant something was still happening. The missing girl's name was Lily Mercer. 8 years old. Brown curls. A gap between her front teeth. She disappeared on a Tuesday afternoon after walking home from school. 3 blocks. Clear sky. No witnesses. Her backpack was found at the corner of Ash and Briar, neatly placed against a streetlight. Not dropped. Placed. That detail sat wrong in Aaron's gut. Lily's mother, Tara Mercer, clutched a tissue like it was the only solid thing left in the world. "She always texts when she gets home," Tara whispered. "Every day, even if I'm just upstairs." Aaron nodded gently. He'd heard versions of that sentence 100 times. Routine broken. Life split in two. He walked Lily's route himself. 3 blocks. Quiet neighborhood. Trimmed hedges. Porch lights still decorated from Christmas, though it was already February. One house had wind chimes that didn't move, even in the breeze. He stopped at the streetlight. The backpack had been placed upright, facing the sidewalk, like someone wanted it found. The first week passed in interviews and door knocks. No suspicious vans. No strangers reported. No prior threats. But one thing kept surfacing. The old house on Briar. 2 stories. Pale yellow paint peeling off in strips. Windows always covered with heavy curtains. The owner listed as a man named Gerald Klein. 62. Retired electrician. No criminal record. Quiet guy, the neighbors said. Keeps to himself. Lights on late at night, though. Aaron requested a voluntary interview. Gerald Klein answered the door slowly. Tall, thin, liver spots on his hands, pale blue eyes that didn't blink enough. "Yes?" he asked, voice soft. Aaron introduced himself, explained the situation. Gerald listened without interrupting. No defensive posture. No nervous fidgeting. Just stillness. "I haven't seen her," Gerald said when Aaron finished. "Terrible thing. Children shouldn't vanish." Aaron glanced past him. The hallway behind Gerald was dark, even though it was midday. Thick curtains blocked all natural light. "Mind if I look around?" Aaron asked. Gerald hesitated, only for half a second. Then he smiled. "Of course." The house smelled like dust and something metallic underneath it. Not blood, just old pipes maybe. Everything inside was immaculate. Floors polished, furniture arranged perfectly. No clutter, no family photos, no warmth. The basement door was locked. Flood damage years ago, Gerald explained. Unsafe stairs. Aaron made a note of it. Upstairs there were 2 bedrooms. One clearly Gerald's. The other, the second bedroom, stopped Aaron cold. Pink curtains. A small twin bed with a floral comforter. A child-sized dresser. No toys. No signs of actual use. Just staged innocence. "You have grandchildren?" Aaron asked carefully. Gerald's smile didn't change. "No," Aaron felt the air shift. "Why keep this room?" Gerald tilted his head slightly. "Some rooms," he said quietly, "are meant to stay ready. They didn't have enough for a warrant. The room alone wasn't illegal. And the basement being locked. Suspicious, yes, but not probable cause." Aaron left the house with a growing weight in his chest. That night he couldn't sleep. At 2:17 a.m., he sat up in bed. Something was wrong. The backpack. Why place it so neatly? Unless the abductor wanted the search focused outward, away from somewhere else. The next morning, Aaron returned to Briar Street unannounced. Gerald's car was in the driveway. The curtains were drawn again. Aaron knocked. No answer. He knocked harder. Still nothing. He walked around back. The basement windows were small, near ground level. One of them had dirt disturbed beneath it. Fresh. Aaron crouched down. There were tiny scratches along the frame. From the inside, his stomach dropped. He called it in. Within an hour, they had a warrant. The basement stairs creaked under the weight of 3 officers. The air down there was colder than it should have been. Concrete walls, bare bulb hanging from the ceiling, and in the far corner, a door. Not a normal basement door. A reinforced one, with 3 locks. Aaron's pulse pounded in his ears. They broke it open. Inside was a small, windowless room. Mattress on the floor. Plastic bins stacked against the wall. A camera mounted near the ceiling. And a child-sized chair bolted to the concrete. Empty. Too empty. Aaron felt something worse than fear. He felt they were late. They found Lily 2 days later. Not in the house. In a storage unit across town, rented under a fake name. Alive. Dehydrated. Weak. But alive. She whispered one thing over and over in the hospital. He said the room wasn't ready yet. Gerald Klein was arrested that same night at a bus station outside Columbus. He didn't resist. Didn't deny it. During interrogation, he spoke softly, almost kindly. I was building something permanent, he said. Something quiet. A place where time stops. Aaron stared at him through the glass. How many? Aaron asked. Gerald blinked slowly. You only found 1 room. They searched again. Under the basement floor. Behind the walls. Inside the crawlspace. They found photographs. Dozens. Children no one had reported missing. Some smiling. Some not. Dates written in careful ink on the back. Spanning 15 years. The second room was discovered 3 weeks later. Hidden behind a false wall in the attic. Larger than the basement cell. Soundproofed. Finished. Ready. But empty. Lily survived. Physically. Aaron visited her once, months later. She didn't look at him when he entered the hospital room. She just stared at the corner of the ceiling. Is he still building rooms? She asked quietly. Aaron didn't know how to answer. Because when they demolished Gerald's house, workers found something buried in the backyard. Concrete. Freshly poured within the last year. They never opened it. Budget issues. Legal complications. Evidence deemed sufficient. It was left sealed. 6 months later, another girl vanished. Different neighborhood. Different part of the city. Her backpack was found upright against a stop sign. Facing the sidewalk. Neatly placed. Aaron stood there in the quiet street, heart pounding. The wind chimes on a nearby porch didn't move, even though he could feel the wind. And for the first time in his career, Detective Aaron Vale wondered if some rooms were never meant to be found.